Resilience is the courage to rise, the strength to overcome, and the power to keep moving forward. Welcome to Voices of Resilience, a space where real stories remind us of the strength we all carry within. In this video, you'll hear how resilience turns challenges into growth and hope. Let it inspire you to embrace your own power to rise. This is Voices of Resilience. Let's begin.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lindsay. I'm going to share a little bit about what resilience means to me. I feel like I'm a very resilient person. I would define myself as someone who can bounce back from challenges. A little brief history, I spent some time in foster care, um, lots of family dynamics that are, difficult for kids to go through, and I was pretty lucky and fortunate to have people in my life that supported me and were cheerleaders in my life, and so I was able to recover from that environment. And I was adopted finally after going through lots of different foster homes, and I became like a high achiever. I got good grades. In fact, I could say the last C I got was in the fourth grade, and it was a really big proud achievement for me, having not gone to school consistently up until that point. And so I feel like I've got a lot of um, examples in my throughout my life, where I have been able to come back from challenging situations. However, for this video, I wanted to share something that happened more recently, because the experience of getting knocked down and then getting back up again can be pretty common, in childhood. I struggled as an adult to ever get knocked down. Well, I did get knocked down, but I struggled to identify a specific time when I really struggled to get back up and continue on moving forward, because that had been built into me. Like if something happened, I would just keep going. I knew I could take things in stride. And that was a little bit, it was challenged this year when I'm in I'm in my master's program for clinical mental health counseling. And I had to complete my internship at the beginning of this last summer. So it was July or June, and I was at an agency. It was my very first. We have two internships, um, 2 quarters, and I was starting at an agency in town that I thought was the best because it was very close to my house, and it was a private practice, and which the difference between private practice and community mental health is kind of similar to like charter schools versus public schools. Public schools reach a large swath of people and has a rather diverse population that they serve, and charter schools seems to have a very niche set of students. And so with mental health, the private practice sector is very niche, meaning like they can pick and choose and only take certain insurance. And while I was a little hesitant to be in that space because it wasn't my comfort zone, I thought it would be the best for me. And so, because it was so close by, and again, it's unpaid internship. So I was thinking of all those things. And as I got into that setting, I realized that it wasn't really the setting that I was hoping for. It wasn't the client base that I was expecting to be working with. I really wanted to work with the highest needs. And not that those clients didn't have needs. I didn't find my passion there. And so I was still planning on continuing, just noting to myself, like, maybe I don't want to work in this setting when I'm finished with school. But my supervisor noticed that it wasn't my passion either. And so on the last day, they let me go. And I struggled because it was too late for me to find another placement. And I felt very devastated, and I had to take 3 months off of my internship. And it felt like a huge hurdle that I didn't expect or didn't see coming. Being somebody who likes to achieve high and perform well, it was a struggle for me. So I fell into a deep sadness. I wouldn't quite call it despair, but I was really struggling. Like I failed. I felt like I had failed. But what I learned through continuing to go forward and taking that time to just think about and be with myself, and I wasn't working, and I just took some time to sit with it. I came to the conclusion that when a door shuts, as they say, another one may open. And sometimes it's not what you want, it's not how you want it, it's not under the circumstances that you would have picked, but it allows for, it may force some reflection. And so I really was able to sit back and reflect on what I could do with that. And because of that, I was able to find an opportunity that was really well suited for me. And so I went to community. It's a little further away, but it's a community mental health agency, and I'm in week 8 of 10 of my internship, and I'm very satisfied and very fulfilled. And this agency serves everyone, and I I really learned the lesson through just pushing forward and being patient with myself and patient with the plan, that if I am coming forward and moving forward, things will fall into place as long as I am actively trying to improve and engage my situation. And so I I really learned that this last year.